Why, hello everybody! Welcome back to another episode of SwanSurvival on the Aquatic Update. We are here in the Nether. Yes, again, we are here a lot. And we are starting a project here. And eventually you'll be able to guess what we are doing, but you can see here that I have marked out a set of blocks, in this case white stained glass. There are 23 blocks long from this center point. And if I go into this view and look up, we can see bedrock up there with some levels carved out. And then, well, it's hard to see through the glass, but we would be able to see lava way down there. But anyways, and of course each of these we're extending well beyond the glass. So what we are going to work on today is a pigman farm. Now, this isn't going to be the ideal perfect farm because we can't go above the Nether. Maybe it would be allowed, but I'm not going to bother asking, and I don't need it up there anyways. We're just going to build it here. And this is approximately above our village depot portal, which is over a large lava lake. So that's good. In fact, this is fairly shallow below us. We'll be able to dig this out and it'll be just nothing there. So it's a good location in that once we dig all of this out and we create a border around it, fill in some gaps here and there, and we dig out below it down to the lava lake, which it's like maybe 8 blocks thick or so, and then it's just a drop all the way down to the lava. It'll be a decent farm for pigmen and for XP and gold. Mainly I want it for some XP, just as an easy way to get it. So we're just kind of, right now we're digging it out and we're going to get the size. So the inner circle where the glass is going to be 23 blocks in diameter, basically. Or I should say it has a radius of 23 blocks, so the diameter obviously is twice as large as that. But anyways, so we're going to dig this out, and the glass section here is like our open area where pigmen will cross from where they get aggroed to the center here, where we'll be standing on a platform protected, and then there'll be some little drop kill trap doors on each side where the pigmen come, fall, go through cramming, and die because of the cramming rules on the server. And then of course beyond the blocks will be another approximately 8 blocks of spawning platform, which will go up multiple levels to the top of the bedrock. So it'll go up, so there'll be basically 3 levels of spawning. And then we will anger our pigmen. We've got several options. We may put a permanently angered one or 2 at the end of each of these, just so that there's always one that's angered and protect them a little bit, or maybe you'll just anger one and then they'll just keep coming, you know. So anyways, we'll work it out, the details later. So for right now, what we're doing is we're just digging it out. We've got a lot of digging to do. Obviously it's going to eat up my pickaxe. I've got mending, so as we find quartz, we will fully heal it because we have nothing else on that has mending, so that means all the XP will go directly to restoring the pickaxe health. So that's fine. So we're kind of just digging this out right now, and I'm not going to bore you with all of that, but I wanted to let you know what's going on, and then of course I will cut the video and we'll update as we get to certain sections, certain milestones of our farm here. The design of the farm, it's well known, I believe. It's used on a number of videos, different things. We see, I think Azuma Void has created it, same thing with Impulse. I think they're on Hermitcraft. If you ever watched the Hermitcraft series in Troop, I think they've built one like this recently, but I do know that it's also in use and has been used a lot. So, you know, there's a lot of different designs out there. I'm just picking one here that will work for us and where we're at. Hey, lava. I want to stop you, but don't kill me first. Alright. I mean, I've got fire resistance on my armor, but if we can avoid wasting our armor. Why don't we do that, Jason? That would be much smarter. Yes, it would be. Okay. And then we can come over here and kill ya. Alright. So anyways, that's what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and chop the video, or cut the video, splice the video, whatever you want to call it. And then I'll come back when hopefully we have all of this dug out and we can actually start the building process of the platforms and the killing area and all that good stuff. So we shall be back as I repair my pickaxe here, because it needs repairing now. So see you in a bit.
Alright, we are back, everybody, and you can see we've done quite a bit of work. So we've set out our bottom layer of glass, we've got pigment everywhere, and we've got our outer spawn layer. So the glass comes out 23 blocks on all sides, and then we have an 8 thick spawn layer, and we've sealed up everything around it. And you can see, of course, pigmen are spawning all over the place, so this is just one level. The only spot we haven't closed off is over here, where we came across our gap. So you can see our highways down there that start towards, let me see, that's the Skelly Farm, this goes to Aquarius, the village depot is right around here, and then the main highway to spawn will go off that way. So we'll have a little work to do over here. We'll close this off, of course. The open part's fine, no problems there. But I do want to try to fill in some of this, or figure out what to do with it. Probably chop out the bottom, just so that when a pigman's angered, nothing happens. Now, by default, if we're in the center, anything outside this should be out of range. But I do want to clean up the edges like this right here, at least. Just to make sure we get the maximum spawn rate. Now, of course, obviously the next phase here is to dig up to bedrock, to at least the low bedrock right there, so we can put a seating, and then in between we can put platforms. Now, we won't have to fill all of this in, although we'll have to dig it all out. The platforms will only be on the outer edge here where our purple block is. Decided to go with purple. Thought it'd be unique. I'm not using it for anything else, so I have a bunch of it. And I have another city I have a home at to destroy. So yeah, and it looks good with the white. And of course, once we get this dug out in our platforms, eventually we'll dig out the bottom. I don't think we have to dig it out right now, simply because outside of probably filling that in, let me see, this is just one deep. No, I'll have to fill that in too. Fill in a couple of these gaps. There's nothing but lava lake below us. You know, it's like I said, it's about 8 thick and then nothing down there. So next phase, dig. See how much lava we can come across. I probably, yeah, the edge is over here. Alright, so if I go back and forth over this direction, I won't run into the edge. So if we just start right here, and I'm sure we'll find some lava pockets, but we should be able to just go straight across. And just keep going across. Oh, there's some lava, so we'll have to clean those up, but it should make the digging a lot faster. Obviously, we'll probably go through a couple pickaxes. Well, we'll have to repair our pick, but that's okay. We can do that. So we can just go along. I'm not hearing any sounds. I wonder if I turned off the sound. Well, we don't need to hear the block breaking sound. It's nothing exciting, right? Lava, let's take care of you because you're going to be in the way. Yes. Hopefully we won't find too many of these lava patches to, you know, make a mess. They like to do that. But overall, this should be fairly fast to clear out, except for I'll have to repair this pick and my other pick, which I took off. You can see we were raiding one of the cities. Alright, cool. So, back to mining. Well, hello everybody, and we are back here at our farm. And you can see it looks different. We've done quite a bit of work. So we're standing here in the middle. We've got our collection points in each direction here. Below these collection points, we've got the hopper. We've got 24 mine carts packed into each one of these spots so that we can go ahead and grab the XP when they suffocate or die because of cramming. We took some time and collected some permanent pigmen and named them. So we got Mr. Angry Pig over here, and on this side we've got one on each direction. What do we name this guy? This is the Mad Pig. Yes, he is mad always. And then over here we have Wild Pig. And on the last side, I forget what I named him, we have the Big Bad Pig. So that gives us 4 pigmen always around, that if we anger others, they will stay angry if we're in the area, so any new spawns would also become angry. And then we've got a couple layers set up. Kind of ran out of room, so can't put another layer up, so we're limited. And we've got some pigmen spawning. So the spawn rate's not super, I mean, we're not above the nether. You have to remember that we're below. And so while we have done a lot of clearing out around here, when we look at our entity count, it says there's 52 entities out of 122. You know, so our cap's 122 because we've got several people on the server, so it's been raised a little bit. That obviously will fluctuate depending on how many people are online. And then 51, so we've got our 4 guys there on each side. We've got some spawns over here, which means we've got a bunch of spawns elsewhere. So it's not perfect, but if you do happen to anger a pigman, and I need to set up a better way to do this probably, we will just yeah, let's move this temporarily just to do a quick test. We will throw a snowball at one of these guys. Ta-da! Okay, I'm a bad shot. There we go. Alright, so they are angry, and so if we're here in the middle, they're gonna come to one of the openings. Might help if I close the trapdoor, right? There. And of course, now they suffocate and die, and I get the XP. So, kind of slow at the moment. You know, obviously, we're not going to get massive amounts of XP here. I might see if we can make some arrangements to move this above the nether, so that we get a greater probability of spawning. Come on, pigmen. Do something useful, like fall in the hole. Yay, we got a little XP. So, I mean, that's the main rate right now, is the farm works. Problem is our spawn rate. It's terrible. You know, I have, if we go down below, let's put the snowballs away. If we come down here, and we'll just pause here and hope the gas doesn't see us. I have mined out a lot of areas that were right down here where they could possibly spawn within range. Obviously, we've got way down there, and of course our highway system. Now I can cap the top of the highway with slabs in this area to prevent spawns from there. And so we can see we've got pigmen there, pigmen there, pigmen there, pigmen there. So you can see the problem is that I didn't quite get out over the lava. So what I'm thinking is that I might just start collecting a bunch of lava and cover this entire area down here with lava, because that'd be quicker than trying to mine it all out. So that way the pigmen won't spawn, because I only need to cover a small area of the 128 blocks in diameter, and then that will stop all of these guys from spawning down here, so that they'll spawn up there instead, because there's nothing else where they can spawn that's within range. I've cleared out the ledges out 128 blocks in all directions below the roof, so it's just a matter of down here below the highway. So if I go ahead and I either slab all this up or use a bunch of lava and cover it, or dig it out to the lava lake and add more lava, but that'd be too much work, so just probably cover it. That should help solve the problem. So I'll still continue to work on it. It's not a huge priority. I'd like, of course, to get it working good. The other solution is to talk with the server owner, Seth, and see if we can make an exception, move this farm up above the nether, way up to the top of the world, create a warp to it, and then protect the area to where, you know, no one can go out and just build stuff, because we don't really want that on the server, unless he decides it's okay. Or, you know, cut one hole in the bedrock so that there's just one path up to it, like on this ladder, and then seal it all up and protect it to where blocks can't be broken, to where they're just stuck inside the grinder and they can't get out, but they can at least go up there. So that'll be an option we'll take a look at to see if you know, the owner wants to do that. But for now, we've got at least a working farm, and we're gonna go back to doing some other things. We need to collect some ice. We've got some highway expansions we've done to some new bases that we need to go ahead and complete. So we need ice, we need magma blocks. Actually, I got a bunch of magma blocks, but probably won't hurt to collect more. We need more black concrete. We've got plenty of cobble to finish up the areas. It's just a matter of ice. So I've got a silk touch here. So we're going to collect some ice. We're going to work on the highway a little bit, expand some of the areas where people have built bases and asked us to expand to, and we'll be good to go. So anyways, guys, as always, I appreciate you tuning in, taking a look at what we're doing here on the server. Hope to see you join us. Thank you for watching the videos. I will try to keep them coming. And as always, remember, it's a game. Have fun!